Come on. Come on. There you go. Good girl. Let me get you a scoop. It seems like it's been taking forever for these chickens to start laying eggs, but finally some of the new egg layer flock is beginning to lay some fresh eggs for us. We're grateful for that. It won't be long before this flock is in full swing and laying an egg a day. You want to be careful about what you spray on your vegetables to combat worms. We're going to be using Monterey BT or Bacillus thuringiensis. We've talked about this product in the past. It does a really good job on worms specifically. Do your own research. We feel like it has a low impact on the rest of the pollinators, but it does a very, very good job on worms before they destroy the fruit. What happens, you spray this on the leaves and on the fruit. The worms get one little bite of it and it kills them. So it does a good job. BT does have to be applied fairly frequently. If you get a rainstorm come through like what we had earlier today, you just got to come back out and spray it again, because this time of the year we're getting fresh eggs hatching all the time, and so if that product is not there for them to eat, it's not going to be effective. This right here is one of the real battles here at the homestead, is worms this time of the year. High heat and humidity, worms prosper, and I mean they are prevalent on everything that we grow, especially cucurbits. So, and here's the telltale sign. These are worm eggs, right? And so these are probably going to hatch this evening, and they will begin their journey of eating my cucumbers tonight. So today's a great day to go ahead and spray. We will spray the whole plant as soon as they get a little bite of that BT. It'll pretty much be over for them, and we will have saved some of our cucumbers. In my opinion, BT is a great product to fight worms. Go get you a little backpack sprayer like this, or a handheld sprayer, whatever it is that pleases you, and go after those pests. I am going to side dress these cucumbers with a little bit of nitrogen, just to give them a little bit of a health boost. The color is a little light. When I look at the leaves, I feel like we can get a darker, richer color in these leaves, and that nitrogen will help that. When it comes to side dressing your vegetables, you don't have to use a balanced fertilizer like a 20-20-20 or a 10-10-10 or 13-13-13 all the time. Most of the time, after you have done your initial fertilization with a balanced fertilizer, you can really just come back weekly and side dress with just a little nitrogen. I'm using ammonium nitrate. It's a water-soluble ammonium nitrate, and it does a great job. I'm not telling you that you can't use a balanced fertilizer like Jack's Triple 20 or something like that. But what I am saying is, most of the time, if you have amended your soil properly, it's just not required. Now, I do like to take the wormy leaves and feed them to the chickens. Greens, like kale, are what really gives chickens yolks that deep, rich yellow and orange color. So I highly recommend feed your chickens some vegetables. They love it. We are in the midst of pepper season. Peppers love heat, and I'm super pleased with what we're getting over here in the garden. That looks like a chicken came and pecked that. We've been having a chicken get out. You can see that. Looks like a chicken pecked that. So like I said, we are in the midst of pepper season, and I am harvesting peppers almost daily. The cayennes were drying. Noel makes a pain relief salve with cayenne peppers, and she uses the cayenne flakes and infuses oil with the flakes and makes a salve that if you have arthritis or joint pain, it is great for it. It'll heat those joints up and heat those muscles up around it, and it really does give you some relief from your pain. So yeah, we're harvesting peppers daily, and we are having to dry them. I use several methods to dry peppers. Cayennes are super easy. You can just thread them and hang them up. I think this might be my best year of growing bell peppers. I have sure harvested a bunch of them the last few weeks. I get some bigger ones than that, but that's about average. That's a good bell pepper. We use a lot of bell peppers here because we make a lot of salsa that we sell at markets, and people really enjoy it. Bell peppers is one of the primary ingredients in that salsa. This thing is just loaded down, folks. I hope you can see it. This particular bell pepper is really showing its colors. It has got fruit everywhere. I'm going to try to show you just how many peppers there are on this plant. They're everywhere. Here we have nice fruit up here. Here's a pepper. Here's a pepper. There's a nice pepper right there. Very small one there. We have a couple up here. This plant is loaded. By the end of the week, I'll likely be harvesting a lot of peppers again. Don't be afraid of harvesting some peppers early. That will allow the plant to refocus that energy onto other peppers. Here's another nice plant back here in the back. We had a storm come through earlier, and this is what happens, right? This broke off because of how heavy it was. You see all those peppers on there? There's 1, 2, 3. That's a little one. 4, 5, 6. That's a little one. 7. And there's still 3 or 4 little ones on here. I'll just give that to the chickens and they'll love it. It just got too heavy, folks, and it broke off. So I could say it like this with confidence. If you don't prune it, it will prune itself. Right? That's what happened. It just got too doggone heavy. And it took it out. Now look at this branch right here, sagging because of the fruit. Got a lot of weight. A lot of weight right there. That's a lot better. I'll give that a little bit of a haircut too. Go ahead and take that. Yeah, that's a whole lot better. That's a lot better. We'll take that. We're not struggling with jalapenos either. This is another item that we use a lot of in our salsa. We will be very soon launching our website, pruitthomestead.com. You could go there now to pruitthomestead.com, and it's going to take you over to our Linktree site, and that will give you direct access to all of our social media sites. We'd love for you to join us on Facebook and Instagram and on TikTok. We like TikTok. We feel like it's a good platform for us. We do 60 seconds in the garden on TikTok, and it's just a real quick peek at what's growing and what we're doing. I don't do it all the time, but it's fun. So come follow us on TikTok also. Beautiful, beautiful jalapenos. This is one of our jewels, or one of my jewels, I guess. I love this pepper. It's called a Thai chili, and it is one of my favorite peppers that we grow. I started growing it last year, and I began to eat it for breakfast almost every day. It's got a great heat that doesn't last too long, so you're not overwhelmed and suffering in heat, right? But boy, it's tasty. What a great pepper. I use that in our salsa as well. So yeah, back to the website. We will be launching that probably, we hope, within the next 30 days. And we will offer all of the items that we produce right here at Pruitt Homestead. We make salsa and pickles, and we have honey, and we want to be able to offer that to you, our viewers. This is a Peter pepper. Isn't that fun? It's supposed to have a little spice. Maybe we'll have it for breakfast. Just like our other jalapeno, this one is loaded down. We really need to take some weight off of it. some nice peppers on this. If you don't harvest peppers, it will cause the plant to shut down and it will stop producing. So don't be afraid of harvesting frequently, just to keep production going. You know, odds are you're going to give a bunch of peppers away or dehydrate them. Hang them up, let them dry. Dried peppers are great in the wintertime when you don't have fresh. I'm going to really harvest this thing heavy and let her get going, and we'll see how she shines. I think that's a good way to go. Tell you what, I am not disappointed in any of the pepper harvest this year. Not at all. That's one plant. That's a pretty good harvest. Right next to our jalapeno is our ghost pepper plant. And I tell you what, y'all, I've got to move this plant out just because it is getting so large, and it's really it's overtaking the area. So let's try and pull this thing out. I'm going to try not to damage it. Lord, thank you, Jesus. It's a big plant. I'm going to back you up a little bit here. It's a big plant. And it's got a lot of peppers on it. It's truthfully loaded down. We have 3 primary stems on this plant, and that is the reason it's so large. This plant was planted right before the last frost, and I had it covered, and I believed that I had it protected, but I didn't. And the crown of this plant froze, but it didn't die. And so what it did was it made 3 primary stems. And man, that's been a blessing, but it's been a curse somewhat because it's so large. Let me see if I could get you to realize how big it is. Okay, so here we go. Take you around here. So it's a big plant. We had a big windstorm one day and it kind of blew it over a little bit, and it just kind of stayed there. So that's why we have this shape. And it's pretty impressive. I harvested some peppers the other day and put them through the chop wizard. Look at that. And it took my breath away. I'm not used to dealing with super hot peppers. I'm not smart about it, I guess is what I should say. And I didn't do myself any favors by doing that indoors. Maybe I should have worn a mask, because the fumes from that pepper will make you start gagging, and it'll just about take you out of this world. It will just about take you out of this world. These are such cool peppers, and I love the shapes and the colors and the way they ripen. They're so beautiful and dangerous. Like I said, it literally took my breath away. My throat closed up. It didn't want what was happening. That's the only way I could describe that. That feeling was that my throat did not desire what was occurring. Noelle was on the other side of the room, and she was hurting. Look at that. You know, talk about just a beautiful, beautiful pepper. You see the shapes and colors. Try it like that. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that pretty? If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, do us a favor, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We're reaching for 1,000 subscribers, folks, and we know with your help we can get there. If you have friends that you believe would enjoy this type of gardening, please share this content with them. If you have any questions about what you're seeing here or how we do things, leave us a comment. We'd love to answer any questions that you might have. Until next time, God bless, and keep our family in your prayers.